Okay, so this is for Chem 102. We started chapter 13 in class, but we may not have gotten finished with this problem, so I wanted to go over it with you. So first, if we're trying to find molality, we need moles of solute over kilograms of solvent. So let's find our moles of solute first. And the solute is the glucose. So it's going to be your grams of your glucose divided by your molar mass of your glucose. And that will give you mole of glucose. So that'll be the first part. Second part is a little more complicated. So for the second part, we need to basically get the total mass of the solution and then subtract the mass of the glucose to figure out what's the mass of the water, because we need the mass of water because that's our solvent. So we get 0.9442 moles of glucose if we're looking at 4 significant figures. So now we need the kilograms of the solvent. The solvent is water. So let's take 1 liter of solution. I can abbreviate it SOL apostrophe N. And then we know 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. And again, this is of your solution. And then they tell me the density of the solution is 1.062 gram per milliliter. So I think because the solute is in grams, we can just keep the solution also in grams. So we should get 1062 grams of solution here. Now, if we have 1062 grams of solution total, right, minus 171.1 grams of solute, we're going to get 170.1. We're going to get 891.9 grams of solvent. And if we're talking about significant figures here, it would be 892 grams of solvent. Because when we're doing sig figs for addition subtraction, we got to cut it off at the least precise decimal place. So we can turn that into kilograms of solvent by saying we know 1,000 grams is a kilogram. That will cancel out. Let's go ahead and cancel these out. That will cancel out my grams of solvent. And it would be 0.892 kilograms of solvent. So my molality is moles of solute over kilograms of solvent. So for 3 significant figures, we get 1.06, and the unit is lowercase m, molality. Or we could describe it as 1.6 molal, M-O-L-A-L. All right, let me know if you have any questions about that. For the second part, we want, that was A. So for the second part, we want percent by mass. So we need to find the grams of the solute, which is easy because that's 170.1 grams. And then we need to know the grams of the whole solution. So we can find that by saying we have 1 liter. Oh, we already found that actually. So we know that's going to be 1062 grams of solution. And so we'll take our grams of solute over our grams of total solution times 100%. And we'll get 16.02%. And we can say mm after the percent if we want to describe it as a mass percent. So then we have part C, which is parts per million. So part per million is going to be the same thing as the percent, but instead of times 100, we're going to times it by 10 to the 6, which is a million. So we're going to get 1.602 times 10 to the 5 ppm. All right, I hope that helps for this problem, and we'll finish the rest in the next video.